Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, September 16th. I'm on my way to my Weight Watchers meeting. I slept pretty good last night. I went to bed at my usual late time and still woke up before my alarm clock, so sometimes that's quite an accomplishment for me. I'm going to my meeting where I'm going to have a loss. I just know it. I feel it. I didn't weigh myself yet this morning, but I know I'm going to have a loss. I don't have a doubt. And of course, maybe I'm setting myself up for a big disappointment, but I don't think so. And then I'm going to Sebastian's game. Oliver's game's at the same time as my Weight Watchers meeting. And Sebastian's game's right after my Weight Watchers meeting. So I'm going to go to Sebastian's today, and then Oliver's is on Tuesday night. So I'm going to go to his on Tuesday. And then I'm not going to go to either game next Saturday because next Saturday I'm going to Frankenmuth. We're going for winter chicken dinner. And then we're going to go to Birch Run and do some shopping. Jim doesn't know that part yet. But the majority of the car is going to win because Christy and Aaron and Sophia are going also. And then I have my wedding today. I still haven't tried the skirt on. Denise says, "You're such a procrastinator." I just figured I can safety pin it. The blouse will cover the pin. I can't see spending all the money to go, because I don't have another wedding in my near future. Not even in my far distant future do I have a wedding coming up that I know of. So I'm not going to go spend money on a skirt. I'm not a dress wearer. I have a memory of my mother. Well, we always had to wear a uniform, which was a dress, to school Monday through Friday. And on Sundays, obviously to church. But when we got home from church, we could wear what we wanted to wear. But we had to stay dressed for dinner. But we ate dinner pretty close after church. My mom and dad never went to church together. They always went separate. There was only one car and there were 6 kids and they couldn't all behave in church at the same time. So like my mom would go to one mass and my dad would go to the other. My dad always went to the later mass so that my mother could be home making dinner. And we usually ate, well, we called it dinner, but it was at 1 o'clock that we would eat our Sunday dinner. But anyway, we had to, when we got home from church, we had to stay dressed, eat our Sunday dinner. Then we could put whatever clothes we wanted on. And my mother and my father had a fight that day. And it was, my mother just got so mad and loaded us all into the station wagon. And we went to Kalamazoo. And we ended up staying there for a week. I guess it was a pretty bad fight. My parents, I don't ever remember them fighting, but I do have a memory of this fight. And so we went to my Uncle Warren and my Aunt Ag's house. And she had 10 kids. My mother had 6. And we all had like a correlating cousin. Like I had Kevin, and Mike had Debbie, and Susie had Mark, and like so on. So we all had somebody that was pretty much our same size. The only difference was I was very thin as a child, but Kevin was like a beanpole. My mother didn't pack anything, nothing. We were in the car and gone. No thought of anything of what we were going to do. She was just in the car and gone. And so Denise and Mary, well, they were babies, so they didn't care. They didn't have a problem wearing dresses. My sister Sue was a girly girl. She wore dresses whether she had to or not. She loved wearing dresses. And then my brothers just had like the regular, dress pants and shirt or whatever. So anyway, when we got there and we ended up staying a week, everybody could fit in somebody else's clothes except for me. Because Debbie was, I hate to say it, but she was a little chunky. So her clothes were too big on me and I couldn't wear them. So I had to wear that damn dress for a week. Every day I had to get up. My mother would wash it at night when I went to bed. I'd have a clean dress every day. We all had clean clothes every day because my mother would do a load of laundry every night. But I had to wear that dress every day for a week till we went home. I was never so glad that my parents got back together. Only for my own selfish reasons because I didn't want to wear the dress. And the only other time I really wore a dress was the one time I had, when I was working at Montgomery Wards, there was this one guy that worked in my department, and we used to always just fool around and goof around and just like have fun, not any other kind of goofing around. But okay, for some reason that turned off. But anyway, I worked with somebody that was had a very baby face, and I bet him that I'd give him 8 weeks to grow a beard. But I bet him he couldn't do it. So he said if I lost the bet that I have to wear a dress to work, and because I worked at Ward's, I never wore a dress, I always wore pants. I had to wear a dress to work, but if he couldn't grow the beard, he would wear a skirt. Because he wouldn't buy a skirt, he'd just get a skirt out of one of the departments and he would wear the skirt. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to do this. Well, damn, he grew a beard. So I had to go buy a dress because I didn't own a dress. So I had to go buy a dress, and I had to go buy some shoes, and I had to buy some nylons, I had to buy a slip. It ended up costing me $50. I would have been better off just betting him $20 that he couldn't grow a beard. But anyway, I'm here now, so I'm gonna let you go. Sorry, I don't mean to bore you with my stories, but I don't know, I get a memory, it comes in my mind, it racks all around, and then it's got to get out. So it comes out here. So talk to you guys in a bit. All right, well, I just got out of my meeting, and I did lose. I lost 2.9, so I am down to 259. I'm back in the 50s. Never going back to the 60s. I say that all the time, but I really mean it this time. We did talk about tracking today, which I track a lot, but sometimes I don't track everything, which is my problem. This is my downfall, and I have to get better at doing that. I like this leader. She's finally grown on me. But it's sad because when Kim was here, the place was jammed. I mean, you could hardly find a seat. And now not so much. But, I mean, she's interesting. She gives me some good pointers, and I do like her. She's still not Kim, but, you know, it's the way of life. People come in and out of your life, and you just have to move on. Suck it up, Buttercup. So I'm going to go right now to Sebastian's soccer game. Just not I'm feeling a little, I don't know, just a touch off. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of wishing he didn't have a game today because I would just as soon just go home. But I have the wedding, and you know, I'm one that when I get to places I have a really good time, but I'm not a good anticipator. I don't anticipate, oh look, I can't wait, or you know, this is gonna be so much fun. I'm one of those ones that kind of dread doing things, and then once I'm there, I'm so glad I did do it. I think I've always been that way. I don't know why. I have a good time wherever I go. I really do. I'm not one for commitment, I guess. Although I've been married for 46 years, so I guess I can't really say I'm not one for commitment. But I've been committed to this plan since December 31st, and I've committed to my family and my marriage. And so I guess I am a committed, maybe I need to be committed. There we go. We figured it out. So let's go watch Sebastian play soccer.
At least they can wear them while you're ready.
Yeah.
Poor Sebastian looks bored.
Almost
He wants
like
to be the goalie, but he also wants to get the
casings are
ball.
from last year, but they're really getting tight. Still have to have a new pair next year.
Hey, back up, white team, gotta back up to here. Brady, go that way.
Good save, though.
Blue team, you gotta be behind the white line over there. Come on, guys, back. Liam, come on, back on defense.
Bennett, Tristan.
Brady,
This
stay
way.
on the side.
We need to
Over
get
here.
you. Spread out.
Go get the ball.
Go. Get it.
Arms down, arms down.
Since my birthday was the closest to the wedding date, and our anniversary was closest to the wedding date today, we got the centerpiece. Of course, it helped that we were sitting at the mother of the bride's table, and the other two couples at the table are not married. So of course we were going to win. Isn't that pretty? Well, we're back from the wedding. It was a beautiful wedding. It was an outside wedding, and the sun was shining. It was really nice, and then the food was delicious. I ate way too much. They had some kind of a chicken with a kind of a green leaf. I don't know what kind of leaf it was, with some mozzarella and a tomato on top. And they had a twice baked potato and fettuccine. And then they had all kinds of salads. They had macaroni salad, potato salad, regular salad, and rolls. And what else did they have? Roast beef and a vegetable melody with everything in it. And then had a great dessert table, which I did hit, I'll be honest with you. I had a brownie, and I had a chocolate-covered strawberry. I brought some wedding cake home, because you gotta have wedding cake. You just do. It's just a tradition. And then what else? I had a little bit of pasta salad, had a little bit of fettuccine. I had the piece of chicken. I had the twice baked potato, and I had a roll. And I had 2 glasses of Coke. And then I had probably about 5 glasses of water, because I'm not really much of a drinker. I've told you, I don't know how to stop, so I don't start. Wish I could have that same philosophy with food, but I haven't mastered that yet. And we had a really good time. I took a video, not showing me dancing. You don't want to see me dancing, so I look kind of frumpy. And really, my skirt and blouse was way too big on me. It really was. I felt like a frump, but it was a good feeling, because when I wore them to Danny's wedding, they were kind of tight. They really were. I really shouldn't have even worn them for Danny's wedding. And then I couldn't wear my hummingbird necklace because the little hole on the top wasn't big enough for me to fit any of my chains through. So I wore a crucifix. And I had my diamond earrings. My holes in my ear had closed up, so I had to repoke them. It was a little painful. Oh, they're bleeding. There's a little bit of blood. It was a little painful. It really was. Because I have 3 holes in this ear and 2 holes in this ear. And the one hole down here was open, but it was too low. So I had to repunch that hole. And then this hole was closed, but this one was, no, how would they go? This one was open, and my top one was open, but the main one here was closed. So I couldn't put the one here, it would have been too high, and this one would have been too low. So this one went into this ear, and it hurt. But this one hurt. But I got them in. So they were very pretty. Jim got me the diamonds for Christmas long time ago. So they were really pretty. So they're silver, and my necklace was gold. So I had silver and gold, silver and gold. And I had a really good time. I really did. And like I showed you the centerpiece, the mother of the bride just, excuse me, sat us at her table, because we've known each other for years and years. We've known each other since the 70s, so we've been together a long time. And it was their 50th wedding anniversary, so we toasted them, and like I said, we got the centerpiece. But I had a really good time. I really, really did. I'm glad I went. I told you this morning I really was kind of feeling a little off. I'm not at 100%, but I didn't want to miss the wedding. So I had a good time, and I'm going to take tomorrow just to relax, and then back at it on Monday. So I will see you guys then.